How's it going, guys? Josh Olufemii here, live from Los Angeles, California. I'm a Nigerian American and I love Nigerian music and Nigerian music videos. I don't necessarily have the notoriety or the budget that a lot of these big-time Nigerian directors have, whether it be Dami Twitch, Clarence Peters, Seyi from UAX Studios, or Meji Alabi, but I'm a big fan of all of them, and I have a lot of Nigerian friends here that are willing to give me videos for a budget of $0. In the end, I actually love all these people, and I love the ability to take a stab and practice the art of music video directing with some of these dope tracks that I was able to choose from. So we're actually going to talk about a music video that I recently made for one of my bros, Sam Cool, that I did completely for $0, and I actually begged him to use his song for this music video because I wanted to actually put myself in a box and see if I was able to create a halfway decent music video for $0 using just a couple techniques that I've learned throughout the years regarding how to make a low budget music video look somewhat decent. The song was called Come Through, and it was a pretty dope song. So I've been a big fan of music video production for a while, and I've actually had a great deal of experience in most budget ranges, from the $0 all the way up to the 20, 30K budgets. I did one 100K budget a few years ago. And I made the intentional decision to step back for a little bit, stop trying to acquire these massive budgets, and actually regress almost back to the time when I was actually having fun making music videos. I actually had a goal that I wanted to make enough money doing YouTube that I'd be able to do all these music video projects for fun, and that I wouldn't have to charge any money for future music video projects that I'd be doing just with friends. So this was the very first project in a very, very long time that I was able to charge $0 for, and it felt great. We had a lot of fun. I have learned that there are specific rules that you have to live by when you are creating a project on a $0 budget. If you don't live by these rules, the chances that your project will flop goes up like crazy. These are the rules. Rule number one, plan everything beforehand like crazy. Do not show up to set with nothing in your head, because if you have nothing in your head, you're going to be forced to be creative on the spot. And creativity on the spot is never as good as developed creativity over the length of like a couple days that you're able to actually think about and iron down and write down and perfect. Next tip is just an option, but in this case, I chose to focus all of my effort into one specific effect. This effect was a masking trick, which basically involved me shooting Sam Cool doing the exact same motions in 4, I believe, different locations. And then I animated that mask so that it seemed like the background was ripping out from behind him as he was doing the exact same thing in the foreground. Focusing all your resources to make sure that you perfect this one effect in excellence, and people were able to take their mind off the fact that, you know, there wasn't a lot of money being put in this video. There weren't some crazy, VFX. There weren't amazing locations. We didn't have like a camera crane. We didn't have a bunch of dancers. If you have limited resources, I believe it's best to focus them on one specific thing rather than try to spread them out and create a less than mediocre looking piece. Next tip is to stay only in one location. Moving locations in the middle of the day can take up more time than you think, because it involves packing everything down, figuring out the logistics of moving all your craft services and equipment and vehicles to another location, unpacking everything, then setting everything else up again. It's crazy and it's not fun. The location move could easily take up 1 to 2 hours. So one thing you can do is, staying at one location, just be creative with that location, shooting at different angles, changing the lighting up to make that one location look like many. Here's the next tip where I'm actually going to be able to tie in our video sponsor. Use aerial stock footage in order to expand the scope of your video. It can be very easy to have a one location music video to seem just small in scope, because just shooting in one location can almost give you like a claustrophobic type of feel after a while. So it's good just to kind of pull back and expand. What better way to do that than a dope aerial shot? Maybe you can establish that location that you're in by starting off with a dope aerial shot. Well, you can use stock footage. I feel like I've used stock footage in many, many music videos that I've made, including this one. So Envato Elements is a sponsor for this video, and what it is it's a subscription service that allows you to get access to a massive library of over 1 million different digital assets. I'm talking about unlimited downloads. They have a massive stock footage library that you can choose from. They have video templates, VFX packs, sound effects packs, title packs, lower thirds packs, social media logos, YouTube intros, sick overlays / compositing elements like fire, fog, and lightning. Guys, trust me, it's a lot cheaper paying for a subscription to Elements than buying all these products individually. So all you gotta do is click on the link below and make sure that you pay for the annual subscription, which will unlock this really cool 50% discount, aka you'll be paying the equivalent of $16.50 per month. That's $16.50 a month for 1,000,000 of your favorite assets. It's a pretty good deal. Please make sure you check it out, sign up for Elements, play around with it for a little bit, and then you can add me on Instagram and leave me a quick DM telling me how you think. All right, let's get on with the video. Next tip is to plan the concept around a small crew. Don't have this massive concept that involves multiple moving lights, a dolly that requires, 3 people to set up and push and operate, a camera crane that requires like a crew of like 3 people again. In my case, I didn't have any volunteers. I just had me, but I didn't have any lighting. I just used a reflector, and it was simple and it looked cool. And I would say the last tip, guys, is to be sociable. If you're having a $0 video, it's most likely that everyone coming to set is not going to be paid. If you're not being paid, it's most likely that, your extras aren't being paid. Any help that you have aren't going to be paid. The only reason they're there is to either have a good time, socialize, or maybe learn a little bit about the film production process. So if you bring people all the way to set and they don't get any of those things, they're not going to leave a happy camper, and you're probably not going to get them next time. So something to think about. Be sociable. It's very, very easy to get frustrated when you're directing a film set because, you're losing time. Things aren't quite going the way you hoped they would. Communication can be an issue. And it can be very, very easy just to get frustrated and start yelling at people or just giving out a bad vibe. You got to really, really watch that. People skills are just as important as your creative ability when it comes to running a film set. Guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and make sure to get a subscription of Envato Elements down in the link below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And as always, remember, keep it chill.